Hello, and as it is, we're back to part 2 from the signs that you have telekinesis. So as it is, let's continue on with part 2. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching.
Hello, Reese here. As some people say that telekinesis is not real. Well, there are signs that can back it up. There's evidence to back that up. It's like seeing is believing, you know. It's like if you've seen a ghost, you believe that you've seen a ghost, right? And you're saying, well, here, I've seen a ghost, and people are thinking, yeah, well, how do I believe that you've seen a ghost, right? Well, eventually they're going to see it. Eventually it will appear to them. As far as telekinesis goes, that's completely different. Know why? Because that is completely different. It's a power that's given from not the spirits that I've just mentioned in the other video, but in this video I'm going to tell you more signs that you have telekinesis, even things that you may not know that are in between. That have keys in regards to telekinesis. Now, I've done lots of telekinesis videos here on my channel. You can take a look at them as well too. I'll be doing more telekinesis videos here, so stay tuned for more telekinetic videos as well too. Including one person said here on my channel, I'd like to see your mouth taped. Well, guess what? I'm gonna tape my mouth. You're gonna be surprised, because when I do, I'm going to show you that I can definitely move a card by hands. Okay, as it is, yeah, I am going to I'm going to tape my mouth, retry that one again, and show you what I can do with these two hands. But as is, let's get to this video right now. So what are the signs? I'll be showing you in just a few moments. Okay, as it is, I'm going to get you for where we left off. I wonder where we left off. Oh, wait a minute. I got my list here. I'm still looking off my list right now. Okay, so as it is, we're down on number 19. And this one here can be dealt with through some certain kind of activity that you could do. Some people, like, you know, as they are conjuring, that also can have transferences between certain types of powers between the conjurer, and that is channeling. But basically, it's kind of like what it is, and therefore telekinesis can be applied in that one, and that falls in on that number, and that is doing certain acts of conjuring. Because into country lies magic. And magic, there lies telekinesis, because telekinesis is magic. The real magic that's out there. And it is real. You can take a look on, there's videos all on the web on that, people making things move, and that, whether, it's like real, depends on if they're fabricating it, because there's a lot of people that can fabricate that, but there are known cases of real telekinesis. But these signs are and I'm sharing with you guys, are the signs in regards to real telekinesis. And some of them I've just read off were really big signs, as well as certain things that you may not know of that are signs passed down from history. In that same line too. Well, anyways, let's head off down the list to our 20th one, and that is having certain types of compulsions that can trigger the first act of telekinesis. Like, what I mean by compulsions is, like, say someone's doing things by 3s or by 4s, right? And if you're doing it into, like, say, into telekinetics, like, for me, I'm going to give an example. I would take and pick up a pen, and I would work with this pen on a table quite a few times. That is compulsion. But the more time you end up doing that, is unconscious, and next thing you know, you're making your pen move. That's a part of training in telekinetics as well, but that also is now one of those big signs out there, which is what I just read off about certain types of compulsions. Oh, here's the big one for you guys. I don't know if you ever walked by something and something starts to move when you pass it. You think, hey, that could be just the wind. Really? If you stop for a second and you look back and you see it moving again, your face will drop, right? Of course, the first time I did that and I stopped and I saw something move, oh my face just completely dropped, like, what? Right? Because in this next one, that's the most biggest sign ever that you have telekinesis, is at number 21, having certain objects move when you're around them. I'm going to show you something right now, and watch what will happen when I pass this object. Okay, I'm standing right here. Check out the card. can see it's moving by itself. And I'm standing like right next to it. That's what I mean by that. But also, before I get to the other stuff, you want to see a little bit what I can do with just my hand and a garland. Check this out. You see this garland up here?
Watch.
Now I'll take you a zoom in. You see that? And there you go. So I gave you two things for an example of telekinesis. Okay, down into the list at number 22. Which goes into the elements. Now in telekinesis, you're working with lots of elements. You're working with air, wind, fire, water, and earth. Right? You heard of pyrokinesis? Aerokinesis? They're all telekinesis, right? And so this one I'm about to mention to you guys, which is a parcel of telekinesis, which is working with the elements, such as air, wind, water, fire, and earth. Is in other, not just a sign, but more of an act of a telekinetic act. Okay, I don't know if you guys normally have this happen to you. It can happen to people that's just it's unknown. Let's put it this way, it's unknown, but it does happen. And it really lets you know that telekinesis is working with the elements. In this aspect, at number 23, is if you notice the weather oddly changing around you. Okay, so here's our last one, and your eyes are physically fine. They're great. They're fine. Dining the crystal clear. But when you have telekinesis, your eyes can change, right? Well, in this one here is about just that, and that appears at number 24, and that is if you start to see certain types of visions, like your visions, and you see lines, numbers, and patterns. That right there is the matrix of telekinesis. Or even spots. So that is the end. Hope you enjoyed part 1. I hope you enjoyed part 2 on some really awesome stuff from the guys with telekinesis and the science out there. So we find these 2 videos very helpful for you guys. That way you know what the science to look for telekinesis. So I'll be seeing you back with some more telekinesis videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy.